Hi there, truck and trailer owners. Today we're going to be taking a look at CUB's blind spot monitoring system for trailers. And this is what our monitoring system looks like when it's installed. We have our radar sensor here, our blind spot detection, that will detect traffic that's next to us and also behind us. There's one of these on each side, and these are activated even when you're just driving around, as long as you're above 12 miles an hour, and it'll indicate on our indicator and show you what's going on. We've also tapped into the turn signal circuits and the reverse light circuit on our trailer here, so that way when you have your turn signals on, you'll get an audible beep in addition to that. And when you place it into reverse, when it sees that signal from the reverse, it'll put it in the cross traffic mode. And that way, when you're trying to back out of a spot here, if there's any cars that drive by, it can detect those oncoming vehicles so that you know not to back out just yet. You can see here that it just bolts right to the side of your trailer, very close to the rear of your trailer, and fairly low, so that way it's able to detect your smaller vehicles as well as your larger trucks around you. It has a reflective lens on it as well to help increase your visibility at night. So before we head out on the highway, we're going to check the cross traffic sensor, and this is designed for if you're sitting at a parking spot, maybe at your local grocery store or something, maybe you stopped in to get something real quick on a trip. You got to put it in reverse to back out of the spot that you're in. It can be difficult to tell if there's anybody that's going to be coming across down the aisle because you might have some cars next to you and things like that that kind of obstructs your view. So this will turn the sensors on and it will check if there's any vehicles that are going to be coming up, heading by, so you can safely back out without having to worry that you're backing out and somebody's going to potentially collide into you. You're going to back into somebody. All right, so we're not all out on Highway A here next to eTrailer. And we need to come out on here because we need to get some more speed. This system does not activate at speeds below 12 miles an hour. So we're getting up here so we can see if anybody happens to come by us, or if we pass by anybody, that the system's going to activate and work properly. In the little bit of testing that we did with it so far, the 12 miles an hour seems to be a little bit lower than what I found where it picks up. It seemed to be closer to maybe 20 miles an hour is when it kicks on. What you will notice is that when we're driving by, the oncoming traffic that's on the other side does not get detected by our system. So it's only going to detect people that's actually going the same direction as us. It's not going to be picking up, those guys over there. So that's nice that you're not going to get a bunch of false activations every time you pass by somebody. All right, so we've got a group of cars around us now. You can see it's activating, showing that there was somebody next to us. They're going.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, they're going a little bit faster than us. There we go. We're sped up a little bit so that we can get to activate. Now it's just showing it in the indicator there. It's not beeping at us because we don't have a turn signal on. We've wired in our turn signal indicators to the system, and when we turn on the turn signal, you get an audible warning in addition to the light. And that's going to work for both our left and our right. Yeah, we're going to hop out in front of some traffic here, slow it down a little bit, and we'll see as they pass us if we can get any detection of them as they're coming by. And there we go, as they're approaching our trailer at the back, our indicator popped on, and then our truck popped on the factory ones that we've got on the mirrors on our truck here once it got closer to the vehicle. But we were able to see it in our trailer monitor before the truck ones even indicated that they were there. The blind spot detection system can work and detect vehicles from 30 feet beyond the trailer. So that's really nice because that way you're going to get an indication if somebody's there, even if they haven't quite approached the side of your trailer yet. Just when they're kind of maybe right behind the trailer, but on the side, like they're coming up to approach you. So you get kind of a range that gives you kind of a forewarning that, hey, there's somebody that's very close to your proximity or they are in your proximity. Don't change lanes right now. All right, so we've just got back from Highway A there. We're pulling back into the parking lot now. We're gonna just drive by some of these vehicles we've got here in the parking lot. And we're only doing the speed that it shows on our clusters, only 9 miles per hour. And as we drive by these vehicles, you can see that our indicator is not lighting up. Even if we turn our blinker on, we're not gonna get any indication because we're below that threshold. So it gets its information by plugging into the OBD port on your vehicle, and it's able to get vehicle speed data from it. And it uses that to determine whether or not it's appropriate to light the sensor. And this is kind of nice. Some of the cheaper systems out there that are detecting things, sometimes they activate at these slow speeds, and you're driving through a parking lot and there's a million cars around and the system's just sitting there flashing at you and beeping at you. You don't have to worry about that with this one when you're just in your Walmart parking lot. But you do have that backup feature that we showed you before for backing out that does work in those parking situations. And that completes our look at CUB's blind spot monitoring system for trailers.